Thanks once again, Jatin, for taking your time off and accepting to be part of the program. I welcome everyone, all the participants who have been kind and making yourself available to be part of this Atmanirbhar Kalakar event by Arted. It is also a great opportunity for us to connect closely and understand a lot of issues, a lot of things that goes around among artists and a lot of creators, especially with the changing times, need a lot of handholding. That's where we are trying to pitch in and see what best we can kind of leverage with available resources and experts in several other domains, which kind of help and influence artists daily needs. So a part of this event, Atmanirbhar Kalakar, we started off with workshops on financial management, then personality development, and then health and wellness. And today we have Jatin Malhotra, who is from Geo, Reliance Geo, and he will help us to kind of explain and help us understand a lot more opportunities and the current feasible options, a lot of applications, a lot of productivity tools, and more important to that, also what Reliance Geo is going to offer for the creators. So it really sounds exciting to be, and I'm sure it is going to benefit a lot of artisans who are present today on this call, and everyone who's going to catch up this session after the workshop is done. So without much delay, I am going to once again invite Jatin and all the folks. Thank you so much. It really means a lot for a lot of artists who are present here to take inputs from you. And I'm sure we're going to have a lot of information sharing in this session today. With that said, I would take a minute or two to also kind of recollect one of the quote that today came out from Mr. Mukesh Ambani, right? It's a very excitement of a situation, especially with a lot of Geo and Facebook partnership and lot many other things that is coming out from Geo way. And he quotes, "I'm very excited about entrepreneurs of the next generation. They have understood how to combine technology, market, and business opportunity." And I think it's also our time to be fast followers, right? Which has been always the tag that most of Indian creators has been known for, right? From the world of copying and whatnot. So today it is also our time to become innovators, right? So that's how also the direction and the kind of ecosystem that Geo is building, it's fantabulous, right? It's only going to be a very supportive as what I feel personally. And I'm sure there's a lot of things that we will understand from your session today. So what do you as a that also is also give me another opportunity to tell that yes, it's also a lot more things coming our way, especially the Indian creators way. And about today's session, before we get into that, Jatin is somebody who has been very dynamic of a person from what I have learned and close association in recent times. So he's been founder of several developer related community. He was founder of Google Developers Group in Mumbai. And prior to that, he was program manager in Facebook, right? And he has been working with several MNCs before. He currently is part of technical program management team, a lot of strategic partnership teams that Geo develops. So he's the key kind of a person, if I have got it right. He works very closely with startups, very closely with a lot of creators and innovators day in, day out. So what and who can be better person than you, Jatin? So thank you so much once again for this opportunity for us to kind of understand. And yes, so I will leave the forum to you, Jatin, to help us take through what you think is some of the productivity tools, what are some of the apps, what are the opportunities that you see for artists, right? So today's artists, of course, we all have a lot of pain points. And with that said, there's also opportunities that we have to explore. What are the free options? What versus what are the things that Geo is also going to offer us? I think in all, it is about what tech is driving us and how tech can be enabled and empowered for the artists. Once again, welcome, Jatin.
Yeah, thank you so much. I really appreciate this opportunity. Thanks for inviting me over and letting the larger ecosystem of digital content creators and people from the artistic community know more about. This is a very unique audience, so it's a pleasure. So just yesterday we launched an app, which was basically an app where people can learn Indian classical music,
Oh, I
called
see.
as
Okay.
My Guru app. So Pandit Hari Prasad Chaurasia and a lot of such leading musicians of the country. So people could learn tabla, people could learn classical music. So that was a very enriching and fulfilling experience. We handholded the partner to ensure that he launches. So yeah, it's
Wonderful.
a wonderful coincidence. The next day, I guess actually we actually get to talk to the larger pool of creative people out here. So,
Right.
and I really appreciate your initiative of Atmanirbhar Bharat and how you are building a platform to connect this ecosystem, which is really good. So I was having discussions
Thank
with
you.
Abhi, and he said that we should walk you through the various tools.
Right.
Geo agnostic, not necessarily I would be speaking here just limited to geo, but
Right.
here I would be speaking someone from my own personal experience whom I think what tools can content creators really use for daily productivity in day-to-day life. So maybe I'll quickly walk you through some digital tools. A lot of them would be used by you guys day to day, but maybe a lot of tools maybe you guys would not be aware. So maybe I can just walk you through. So I guess
Sure.
um, uh, none so far in human history has content creation and content sharing has been so easy and seamless as it is today. Today
Right.
we have so many mature platforms out here. This wasn't the case even a decade back, because even a decade back a lot of these platforms were still evolving. People still did not have access to content, but now we have access to all of these. We have some very robust platforms because technology is iterative. It takes time to build a good technology, and technology is never launched. A robust platform is never launched on day one. It's always a iterative efforts of thousands of engineers for many years. So I believe a lot of tools and technologies out here today. Data connectivity has become very affordable. A lot of high content, high speed, affordable data packs can be afforded not only in India but by a lot of geographies worldwide, which actually brings in a big revolution for content creators. And there have been social media apps in past few years who came from nowhere and became number one on digital marketplaces across the world. So that shows the true power that if you have a good
Right.
product, you can actually break barriers, and you can from nowhere be there. So that's what inspires us at Geo also. We
Wonderful.
believe that our platform is actually to create unicorns. So Geo platform actually offers you marketplaces across multiple devices called as Geo Store, on Geo Set Top Box, on Geo Phone, where we believe that artists can maybe launch their own standalone app, or
Right.
maybe they can publicize or ensure that their content reaches a larger audience via various digital touch points which we have, so that you reach the unreached, you reach the next billion. So that's where we call the program as Solve for Billions. Can you actually create solutions which impact lives for the next billion? So
Right.
having said
Right.
this, I guess one of the foremost important tools actually for content creation, a lot of free tools, but one which I really like is Canva. So in Canva you could do everything under the sun. You could if you could create multiple beautiful posters, PPTs.
Right.
If suppose you have some sessions, some songs coming in, or maybe there are some musicians around here, or maybe there are some digital content creators or people from across varied fields,
Right.
you need an audience, right? But what do you do when you are a beginner, or maybe you are someone with limited needs? So
Right.
that's where Canva comes in, where it can give you very high professional and engaging creatives, where just on click of few buttons you could roll. And again, there is a subscription base to it, but I guess most of the work happens on the free plan also. So I
Right.
guess Canva happens to be that one go-to tool which I believe is actually revolutionizing. And Canva was created by one such Australian entrepreneur
Right.
who came and just saw a problem and solved it. So it's very inspiring to see such amazing tools coming out.
Absolutely.
The other tool which I believe, I guess, for communication which matters is definitely there are multiple tools out here today like Gmail, which happens to be a completely free tool today. And so you would say there are a lot of so many email tools. Why Gmail? So these are my personal views. So I guess the reason Gmail beats everyone is because it is a digital suite of products. So today, if you have a Gmail login,
Right.
you get access to, from the same single sign-on, from the same email ID, you
Right.
get access to YouTube, which is
Right.
so important for content creators to reach out to a large audience. You get access to Google Drive, which has productivity suite of apps like a Google Sheet, a Google Keep. You have access to you say Google Presentation.
Right.
So many other productivity tools which comes across a Geo suite of tools. You can go for paid plans also, but free solves the need. One very unique and good advantage is also content storage. It
Right.
offers a lot of content storage free of cost. Now there is a subscription piece to it. Geo also offers free content storage via Geo Cloud, where again that's at zero cost, where content creators can come and store a lot of their content. These can be digital artists, musicians, people from so many other backgrounds. So you can leverage these tools of suit. You also have access to a lot of interesting tools like Google Classroom, which a
Right.
lot of schools lately during pandemic have been leveraging. So this is the beauty I like. You have Google Maps again, all with a single login. It logs all your activities, which
Right.
really helps you streamline your digital presence
Right.
and control your activities. So I'm a big fan of these set of tools, because this actually empowers the entrepreneurs in so many good ways. The
Love
other
it.
tool which I think is adding a lot of value in today's ecosystem, I still feel that Gmail is good. A lot of people in professional space still use Gmail, but people are moving away from email solutions. I guess WhatsApp is the next frontier, where people actually, especially people who are new in, are not from a typical corporate background,
Right.
people use WhatsApp day in, day out. WhatsApp has disrupted the email communication systems,
Right.
and it's just peer to peer. And if you have an audience, there is always a group out there, and it is so easy that people across demographies, people across various age brackets tend to use it so beautifully, so easily, and it is such a robust piece of software. So I guess uh, WhatsApp is something which is here to stay, and which
Right.
will, and Geo's special partnership with WhatsApp is also testimony that we believe that the next movement of
Right.
social communication,
Right.
of social commerce, a lot
Right.
of it would happen via WhatsApp. There are a lot of amazing services being rolled out via GeoMart, which are already out there, and a lot of SMEs and small businesses are already benefiting.
Right.
WhatsApp has recently launched. So, says today, you are a creator,
Right.
you're a painter, you sing, you're a musician. You would want your audience
Right.
to reach out to. Maybe you would want to sell your piece of art to a larger audience, be it music, be it digital paintings, be it paintings which you would want to sell digitally, all of those. So I guess WhatsApp payments comes very handy, where a one click payment, and like everything comes thanks to UPI, which is an Indian built system. But WhatsApp helps you with that channel, which can enable a seamless transaction. So I guess that also is a very big added advantage. There
Absolutely.
is a very new feature coming in called as WhatsApp Shops, where on WhatsApp for business accounts, you guys can actually sell your digital shops on top of it. You don't require a website of your own. You don't require any fancy solutions which actually cost a lot.
Wonderful. Hmm.
A one-click solution, WhatsApp Shop actually helps you meet those needs. So that is something, I guess, again, WhatsApp slowly steadily will seep in more. A lot of people don't know about it because these new build solutions are recently launched, but slowly steadily people would be aware of it going ahead. If you guys tend to use social media a lot, and I'm very sure you should definitely use, be it Instagram, be it Facebook, be it Twitter, or be it LinkedIn. I
Right.
guess one added advantage is you get a seamless audience to reach out to. You
Right.
get new geographies. You can just go to a group without spamming. If there is a sensible post, you always will have an audience. Use the right hashtags to capture new audiences. But if you would want, say, manage 5 to 6 different sites on the go, so I guess there are a lot of social media productivity tools. One such is Hotsuite. Hotsuite also offers a lot of free plans. It's a very robust tool where you could pre-schedule a lot of posts. You can do a lot of social media monitoring. So I guess that is one. From what I know, there are no free tools in this space, but a lot of trial or period offer tools are offered. So maybe you guys could leverage those to ensure that there is a one-stop management to manage your social media accounts, and analyze the performance of your posts. Then the other tools which I believe that add a lot of value in today's time, if you ask me, so when I start the day, personally speaking, there are so many things to do. How do you keep a track? So Google Keep really helps me. to ensure that I streamline the to-dos, the daily to-dos, the short term, the long term of it. I have special to-dos, one-on-one to-dos and team to-dos. So that really keeps me on, because you can't reply to every email immediately or to call. Like even if I'm speaking now, I have got 5 missed calls. I cannot be replying to all of it, and maybe
Right.
not every call deserves an immediate reply, because there's so many other priority items lined up. So, but a call, but a revert is very much important. If not now, but maybe in next couple of hours, or maybe by tomorrow early morning. So how do you keep a track? So I guess Google keeps me in good stead that way. The other tool which really helps me is Airtable. Airtable has an amazing free offering where up to 5,000 rows on a specific base. So technically, it's free for lifetime. So 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 Airtable really helps you maintain a lot of data sheets, a lot of to dos, a lot of so I have a special sheet where a lot of my teammates mention their daily work. They log in their daily work. So there's a small sheet created. So Airtable really helps me keep a track of a lot of my partnership. You would say partnership conversations, their follow-ups, and I haven't find a tool as good as Airtable. So you guys should definitely explore. The other tool actually which keeps me in good stead is Calendar. So Calendar is an app. So you should go and search. This is a gem of a tool. It's simple, Calendar app. Okay, there are a lot of tools. Google has a calendar app. There is Calendly. There's a lot of things. Calendar app is the keyword. Search for it. Amazing free tool. You could I guess import as many calendars you want, your personal Gmail calendars, your Outlook calendars, your office calendars. Everything comes in and sits there. You could freely schedule as many meetings you want. You could just create a link and people would automatically come to know. So you would have a lot of your personal engagements, you would have a lot of office engagements. So what do? There is an office calendar, there is a personal calendar, and how do you mix those? So calendar app actually brings everything together, and it really keeps a track. So if tomorrow you have a meeting, you could just pass on a link. So the person would automatically come to know what time slots you're occupied, what not, and he can accordingly choose a time, and that would take care of your personal commitments, your professional commitments, and give the person an insight which is actually your free time slot. So calendar app really helps me. So that is an amazing tool which I use day to day. Apart from it, I tend to use LinkedIn a lot. So if you're a professional, or if you have a good if your audience happens to be a professional crowd, then definitely LinkedIn at this point in time gives the best reach in terms of social media reach. A very amazing platform, a greenfield platform with less spam as much as possible, with a very high quality people out there. Definitely seeing, leveraging, and building your audience on LinkedIn, and you will find a lot of good people appreciating good work there. So maybe you could share your life journeys, your struggles, your success stories out there, and you will slowly and steadily build an audience. So one thing about social media is you have to build your audience. And how do you build your audience? Is by posting the right content, posting the right hashtags, following the right people, striking conversations with right people without spamming or bugging everyone. So there is always a fine line between the frequency you post and the frequency you would want to connect with people or message people. So always have that healthy line drawn, and I'm very sure that you would actually have some very meaningful conversations, some very meaningful insights. One thing also which keeps me on my toes is Twitter hashtags. So Twitter hashtags actually
Right.
are a gem. So you should follow all the right kind of people in your area of interest, and follow certain specific hashtags. So it is normally, there is a saying that you are a sum of five people with whom you spend the most time with. In
Right.
today's social media world, you're actually a sum of the 50 most maximum hashtags or social media accounts that you follow. Because today social media accounts are all adaptive. They
Right.
are all personalized. So my social media feed will be different than yours, and it will all depend on the kind of content which I watch, the kind of people I follow, the kind of hashtags I subscribe to. So I
Right.
guess that will unlock a gold mine of knowledge if you actually do it well. It will open a gold mine of people whom you would possibly connect to. So that also really helps. So yeah, these are the few tools which have been keeping me in good stead. Some other tools, if I could think of. So say again, you're a content creator, you have a work which needs to go to a larger audience. So I
Maybe
guess bit.ly is an amazing tool which
right.
you can use so that you could measure your reach to the audience. So bit.ly can always give you those performance metrics. You could post it anywhere and everywhere. It has some very good geographic tagging features also, where you could come to know people from what geographies have clicked your links. So yeah, so these are the few tools actually which come to my mind. There is one more amazing tool called as Quip. Not many people know. Quip is an amazing productivity tool.
Quick.
It's been acquired by Salesforce. It's again free. You get a personalized link,
Okay.
and you have a Google Sheet plus a Drive plus a PPT, everything integrated into one, and you could do everything in one single sheet.
Nice.
Like today, in today's other tools, you have to create. If you have a PPT, you have a separate interface. If you have a sheet, you have a separate interface. You have a Word document, you have a separate interface. This brings everything together in a folder format. This is a folder you could share, and within folders, you could create one single document, bound it into one single piece. And other good thing about it is it actually helps cross collaboration really helpful, where on every piece of information you could actually tag, you could actually mark and debate. So the cross collaboration, and it has some very good versioning, where it does very good version history of what changes has been done so far, which I think has been the most robust of all the tools which I have seen. So I tend to use Quip also a lot in a lot of cross collaboration activities with my team. Some other tools which I believe can help is there is a platform called as Pexels, Pexels. Now Pexels gives you a lot of royalty free images completely. You could just use it basis your need. I don't think so you need to, and in few cases maybe you need attribution, but most cases you don't even require attribution to be given. So I guess that is also something, which can make you move very quickly. If some many of you maybe would be content creators of creating a lot of good content with regards to a lot of various things, so podcast can be a very good tool. So a lot of amazing podcast platforms, you should
Right.
try JioSavan, or maybe there are so many other very good platforms where you could reach, or maybe you could start a podcast on your own. You could
Right.
just go to WhatsApp, record a podcast, and just share it on social media platforms and build your audience there. So
Got it.
podcasting is also coming up, and people in India are slowly getting used to actually consuming content just audio, which was
Right.
not the case earlier. And it's very
Absolutely.
easy to create an audio content than a audio visual content or a video content, where it's your speaking skills and maybe what you would want to present. So very 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 frictionless. So I guess that is something which is also catching up today. um, there is other platform called as Bytable, which actually helps you create a lot of free videos, a lot of engaging videos. You do not spend a bunch on marketing tools or creating spending a lot of money on creating fancy videos of your product launches.
Right.
Bytable is a drag drop tool. You could just create a lot of engaging content almost completely free there. So
Got
that
it.
is something which is there. So I believe these are the few platforms which I use day to day, and which I believe actually could help a lot of audiences out there today to ensure that they gain maximum value.
Absolutely. I
So
mean,
if you would have some questions, or maybe I could proceed with next. Yeah, please let me know your
no,
views.
no, I think you fairly covered very comprehensive list, and you kind of touch point on light from creation. I mean, there's a lot of productivity tools which a lot of artists in day need for organizing, right? So I think organizing itself takes a lot of time and effort for most of the creators because they're anyway freelancers. They're trying to kind of lean on other
Yeah.
applications. That's where we are trying to see how we can best utilize some of the apps. There are few areas, maybe one or two, if you can kind of address also, that would be even more helpful, especially on the finances. How do, if there is a way, right? And there's a lot of tech related integration of an apps, or if there is a way for marketing apps, there's a lot of CRM apps, right? So these are some of the other things which I think can kind of help them to outreach their products and services, right? So that's in specific to artistic works. There's a lot of tools
Yeah,
like
why not? I guess,
yeah,
yeah, sure. Financial planning is something very key, irrespective of whichever field you're from. I started that a little late. I never was aware we should be doing it. I was more focused on work, or maybe think pursuing my interests or passions. But I believe financial planning is must, because that keeps you really safe from unwanted situations. So I guess one app which I've lately discovered is Ind Money app, INDMONEY. You could use this app to do a lot of investing in US stock markets, a
Right.
lot of Indian stock markets.
Right.
It gives some, and it connects. Okay, so you said finance. Good, you said this. So I've been using a bunch of it. So I'll maybe one by one walk through each of it, and each has a use. Okay, it needs to be there on your phone, according to me. So Ind app actually would be to start investing in mutual funds, stocks, a lot of these. If you would want to invest in foreign markets, um, one very good feature which InMoney app has, it actually links your bank account and everything, and it will actually tell you that you have an X amount of money in your bank account. It's just lying there. You could actually invest in some saving instrument, and you could actually earn an X amount after a year's time. So that is such an amazing piece of insight, which otherwise you would be paying your CAs, and maybe I don't think so even they would be coming up with some good suggestions. That actually
Absolutely.
makes you thinking, and it gives you one step platform to actually start investing right away. So that is a really good app. The second app, which I believe is all of you should have an insurance. Just go to Policy Bazaar.
Right.
Policy Bazaar offers. There are two kinds of important insurance schemes which you all have. I guess a lot of freelancers don't tend to be in corporate jobs, hence they're not covered by a health insurance or a life insurance.
Right.
Life insurance is when due to an unfortunate circumstance you die. That is when your family needs to back up. That is a life insurance. Health insurance is when something untowards happen, you fall sick, or your family members fall sick, or dependents.
Right.
Now, Policy Bazaar offers 1 crore of personal life insurance uh, for up to as less as 800 rupees per month. And if you're anywhere between 30 to 40 years, you could get that plan for as less as 800 rupees per month. You guys should just go and check it out. There are a lot of interesting health insurance plans which are available. Again, very cheap, maybe 1,000, 2,000 per month. It gives you cover as big as 10 to 20 lakhs. So I guess that is something which all of you should by default have. Policy Bazaar has a seamless one stop. You just click. It has EMI options, so nothing really comes heavy on your pocket, and you should definitely have your parents covered as part of your health insurance. So that, and all are cashless. So just do that. If not, do it today. Very important. If you ask me, so if a lot of you are use credit cards, so I would recommend Cred. So Cred also has some very good robust tools to ensure that you do timely payment of your credit card payments. I believe that I would have used so many bank accounts. I still don't think that bank accounts have a very good IT system. They don't have a very robust app or websites. ICICI, according to me, at this point in time, is the best, followed by Axis Bank. But a lot of other banks, I don't think so. They invested the right money in building digital tools. So that's where apps like Cred come into picture. So Cred is an amazing app. You also get a lot of cashbacks. But what I really like about it is actually gives you timely reminders, and you could actually do so. Credit is something good. Apart from it, the Zero Adha. So if you would want to invest in stock markets, in Indian stock market especially, so Zero Adha is a very good tool for India. For foreign markets, I would still suggest InMoney app. So as far as finance is concerned, these are the apps. There is also an app called as Walnut. You should install it. Walnut actually reads a lot of your SMSs and a lot of your bank accounts, and gives you a summarized summary of a lot of your investments, where you're going. It actually divides those into packets. So I
Right.
guess that also works really well. So Walnut is a good app to have. So
Right.
yeah, these are the apps according to me, which I really find useful. Yes.
One last area would be on marketing, and especially how to kind of monetize on the marketing. Are there any apps that you think artists can benefit with?
I guess on marketing, depends what sort of marketing you would want to do.
Ideally, it's
Uh,
about products and services. A lot of freelancers, they either have physical products, digital products, right? So with, of course, there are several avenues, but not everyone can tend to compete with the worlds of OTTs and whatnot, right? If there is a way to go to, it's on a D2C, right? I think, I don't know if there is several apps who are already into that space. I mean, something that you think of can be helpful.
Yeah, sure. So I guess this is a very good question. How do artists sell their produce? Now, this produce can be paintings, can be music, can be audio, video, can be so many other, many other communication mediums via which these artists would be venting out their creativity. So what could be the channels to actually take it out to market? So according to me, there is a very interesting feature called as Facebook Shops, where SMBs, a lot of freelancers can actually go and list out their products. That is one. Second, I would say WhatsApp Shops. WhatsApp Shops actually helps you create a very good digital portfolio of your offerings right within the app, and it's live. It was launched just few weeks back.
Is
Where
that
say if you're a painter or if you're an audio artist or a video artist, just put out your things, and you could actually take it out as a catalog to showcase it to the larger world just by a simple link.
wonderful?
If you would want to still go ahead, maybe you could use a GoDaddy to create a very good quick website for you guys out there, and create some very good, they're very easy templates available, and you could maybe have your own personalized URL where you could go and start selling a lot of your produce. So according to me, again, it's a very open market, but few tools have lately come in which actually would make the journey easy.
Right,
But otherwise, according to me, these are the few tools which can really help. I still see a very big gap in
right.
terms of a marketplace or actually digital content creators, which is robust. There
Yes,
might be marketplaces, but not something which has captured the imagination of the masses. So I
right.
guess that is something, maybe it is up for entrepreneurs to grab. Maybe you are building a platform. Maybe you could build that marketplace where people
Absolutely.
can come on D2C. Why not? That will
Absolutely.
be a massive success if done properly.
It is. It is going to be. I mean, that's the way we all look at the future, also, right? With so many apps integrating very smoothly, and at the same time being very robust is a space I think everyone is trying to be there. Well, I think with that said, I think we have covered way too comprehensive than I was actually expecting, right? So thank you so much on that. I'm sure even Rajiv Makhni might be thinking, who covered so many apps in one show. So anyway, now we'll get into the next segment of understanding a little bit on how some of the products and services, or as a startups that have been part of your ecosystem, and what are the privileges and support that we can also look for, and anything more that you think is going to be offered.
Yeah, sure. Why not? So I maybe so now we at Geo have been doing a lot of interesting things. Like I said, just yesterday we launched a music first app where a lot of people can come and actually take classes, sessions on Indian classical music and a lot of Indian classical instruments. So we believe that we have a special corner for budding entrepreneurs, for non-profits, and we actually go out of our way to help support them and get them started on our platform. And the kind of traction which we have seen in past couple of months have been amazing. So maybe I could walk you guys through the Geo platform opportunity of how you guys can work with us. So maybe I'll just do a quick presentation. I'll just open my presentation, 1 second. So Abhi, my screen sharing is disabled. So if you could enable, then maybe I could open my PPT. I cannot do my screen sharing. Okay, you made me the host now. So yeah, so I'm yeah. Can you guys see my screen?
Yeah, can see that.
Okay, great. So maybe I'll quickly walk you guys through the presentation. So we have a program called as Geo Developers. We call it actually Solve for Billions because we believe the platform which we are building can actually empower techies, content creators to actually build solutions which can solve for billions. Why? Is because today Geo has built solutions which touches every walk of life. We have built a Geo phone
Right.
which reaches to a tier 2, tier 3 in India. We've built a Geo set-top box which reaches out to a middle class Indian affluent household. We have solutions like a Geo AR, VR, a Geo Glass, which actually reaches out to the higher middle class segment. So we have something in there for everyone,
Right.
and these are solutions which are built to be highly scalable. Hence, we call our program Solve for Billions. So what are we trying to do? We are actually trying to enable the Indian app ecosystem. I really love the the title which you guys are actually running your campaign on, which was provided by our honorable Prime Minister, which is Atmanirbhar. So that's where we actually have been following the same thought process, where we want to create a true Indian app ecosystem, helping local entrepreneurs in very big way.
Right.
So our endeavor is to create a value-based developer ecosystem program which nurtures global and local developers as part of our efforts to create a true Indian app ecosystem which can power your apps on Jio's ecosystem of platforms. So there are a few devices which you see on screen: a Jio phone, a
Right.
Jio set-top box, there are chatbots, there are Jio Glass. So these are few opportunities via which content creators or digital creators can come and launch their services to us. Yeah. So what is in for developers? What is the value for developers? So there are various. There is a very big value proposition which we have. We offer access to a single unified technology platform, which will provide access to all Geo's resources, right from various SDKs to APIs to testing tools. We offer a lot of other intangible assets, like we offer you support to reach out to right set of people, to our engineering and support teams, to our collaterals, to our guidelines, to our best practices. We offer access to a completely new user customer base which was never explored earlier. So we have reach in every segment. We are the only ones, the kind of customers which we have reached, which we have created by reaching out to their unique audience base and creating solutions for them. One can access a large portfolio of devices. So you have a one-stop platform, developer.jio.com. Once you get access to it, you could launch a lot of interesting products on a lot of interesting devices just via one single login. So that is an advantage which we have. We don't have to go everywhere. There are a lot of interesting monetization opportunities. You get access to our developer community and our various programs which we have, which caters to various entrepreneur needs. And there's a very big brand value which gets created for a startup because of their association with Jio in today's time. The entire world is looking up to Jio. So when you have some very good association with Jio happening, you definitely get to grow via our engagement, and also we get a chance to help your business grow to larger audiences. Now, if you see this chart, as an app developer, you get access to everything. You don't have to go to 20 different services. Unlike
Right.
a lot of other services and app marketplaces, for every single thing, there are 10 solutions available. We
Right.
want to avoid the confusion. We want to offer you the best service at almost negligible costs. So, and most of it is free at this point in time. You get access to a store, a device, a billing service, an ad service, a career, an infra. You get access to all of it. You also get access to our productivity suite of apps, and there is value, like you get to free onboard and create a lot of value for yourself and for your product. Now, why you should launch your app is because you get access to media dark areas. A lot of people in India, our first time users, tend to be Geo users. We're a primary entertainment and information device
Right.
for a lot of users out there today, be it mobile or on TV. And we have a very unique reach to a big chunk of audience. This is a challenge which we have launched for developers where we extend our benefits. It is called an app build challenge. These are the two tracks we have. One is for JioPhone, the other is for set-top box. We are accepting apps across various categories and genres. It's powered by HTML. Again, the technology is required to build are very easy and very straightforward. No new technology to be learned. You could build apps with as basic as a HTML5 or a Java or a normal Android developer. So no new skill set to be learned. Our JioPhone is powered by KaiOS, which is a web-based operating system. Our set-top box is powered by an Android AOSP. So technically, any Android app can work on a Jio set-top box. This
Wonderful.
is the larger developer market opportunity. Now I'll walk you guys through the JioPhone opportunity. We have sold more than 150 million JioPhones till date. We are the second most used mobile operating system in the country today. Majority of first-time internet users tend to be Jio users, and we have a massive reach in tier 2, tier 3 in India, and a lot of people from lower income group are using our services day in day out, and it's very affordable solution. And it's so there was a very so we recently had Facebook Fuel for India, and that Mark Zuckerberg had a keynote. We had Mr. Mukesh Ambani also there. So he made a very good statement there. He said we should not offer cheap solutions to people from lower income groups. We should
Right.
offer them very high quality solutions to make them mainstream, to make them inclusive. So I guess JioPhone is that one phone which we have, which is actually very inclusive, and it gives some very high quality output and some high quality service. So such a small phone, people would say, what would you do? You could do everything under the sun on this phone. It has HD voice calling, it has camera, a front camera, a back camera. It has a game store powering up to 200 games.
Wow.
It is network locked. It has rich messaging. It is an application marketplace. You could do a 4G internet browsing. It has a suite of up to 10 to 15 geos proprietary apps. You could connect to a TV and watch the content on a larger screen. You could do digital payments via GeoPay. It has a lot of interesting apps in form of Geo Kisan or farmers. These are the few differentiating features. It supports up to 22 Indian languages. It has access to a large content pool. It powers all major apps like a YouTube, a Facebook, a WhatsApp. It has a large varied content pool in form of a Geo TV or Geo Cinema. So almost everything a person can do on it, and and make his time worthwhile, and also learn a lot of things and implement it in his own life. We have a Geo Kisan app which actually reaches out to farmers but also to the fisherman community. It gives you livestock updates time to time so that you could sell your produce at a very good cost. So these are the few features. Our endeavor is to actually enable this ecosystem and ensure that the larger people build for it. This is what the comprehensive app ecosystem looks like: a standard set of apps, geo apps, and third-party governance apps. This is what the tech specification of JioPhone looks like. It has a 2.4 QVGA TFT screen, a very robust screen. It's powered by iOS operating system. It has a RAM of 512, a ROM of 4 GB, which is pretty impressive for such a smart feature phone coming at such an affordable cost.
Right.
It has a 2000 mAh battery. It lasts really long. It has FM radio built into it. It has NFC service. It can actually, there is a cable which comes. It could get connected to a larger TV. If you do market comparison with some of the existing players, with JioPhone, a Samsung Guru, Nokia 216, our phone actually does well with most of these in every single category, and actually that is what it has made it the market leader. Now we will talk about the Jio set-top box opportunity. This is an overview of Jio set-top box. So what is set-top box actually? So we actually came up with a service called as Jio Fiber. It's high-speed broadband connectivity at affordable cost. So
Right.
what is happening in today's world? People buy a broadband connection. People buy a broadband data connectivity separately.
Right.
People buy a connection to the TV, the cable operator separately. So channels which you watch or apps which you watch. So there are three kinds, in fact, in today's world. So in my case, you could clearly say that, and in a lot of cases, I see that, and almost that's a norm in every Indian household. You buy a broadband pack differently. You buy a cable connection separately. You buy OTT app separately. So just imagine an overhead of three separate things. Okay,
Right.
what do you do? Jio actually came up with a service which actually integrates and bundles in all three.
Wonderful.
You get a Geo fiber, you get a broadband, and we just charge you for broadband. Rest everything is complimentary, and that too at affordable. So for as less as 500 rupees, you get access to a good amount of broadband connectivity, which even for a high user would suffice for entire month. For just 400, 500 rupees per month, you would get access to all the TV channels just for that cost, no additional cost. You would get access to a set-top box completely free of cost, which others are charging 2 to 3,000 for the device, and you would get access to up to 20 plus OTT media apps, which otherwise would come at a cost, just because it's bundled in with a subscription. So that actually is completely a very innovative business model, which actually makes the life much more convenient, and you end up spending so much less. So I believe that is pure play business innovation out here and in technology innovation. We've reached more than 1 million homes today. Our target is to reach 20 million homes and 15 million SMBs, and we are progressing very aggressively. It's been a breakthrough product in a lot of markets. This is what the platform looks like. We have ads. We're powered by our own voice assistant. we powered, like you were saying something in the start, that it's our, Mr. Mukesh Ambani said, it's our time to be innovative. And
Absolutely.
we at Jio are actually creating solutions which few years back, I guess, we were always using the foreign based APIs
Right.
of other companies to power these needs. But
Right.
now we have our own homegrown solution, which is of Geo Ads, our Geo Voice Assistant. We have our own personalized profile service, our own application marketplace, our own gaming marketplace, our own customized launcher, which basically your family may have 5 people sitting. So basis who logs in, it will always give you personalized recommendation. So this is a very good solution which we've created, a very robust platform. These are few of the features a set-top box app has, a set-top box hardware has. It powers a lot of Indian languages, a lot of apps. It powers a lot of games, especially tech apps. It can power up to 50 connected home devices. So if you have a phone,
Right.
it is a hard disk, right? You have a laptop, so you could actually Bluetooth connect up to 50 plus devices
Right.
on the trot with a single, and you could watch everything on a single TV. So that is an amazing thing. There are a lot of IoT based services which are enabled into it. There is Geo TV Plus, which actually gives access to a lot of content. So it's a very connected home solution which actually comes with the Geo Fiber at no cost whatsoever. Few differentiating factors which we have: it has a live TV, a third party ecosystem of apps. We have our own browser called as Geo Pages, a voice search, a TV calling. We have a notification system, wide variety of content pool via apps and Geo's proprietary set of apps, and third party apps which are bundled in. So you would get apps like a Hotstar. So one more innovation and business innovation I would call it is, so say tomorrow you buy a Geo fiber connection, you get access to apps like a Sony Live, a Hotstar, a Sun Next, you name it, you have it. Okay. Now what happens? You just are not restricted to use the OTT subscription on TV. You could
Right.
actually use the same credentials,
Right.
and you could ensure that you use the same credentials and access the content even on your phone. So you
Right.
could just download your a mobile app of a Sony Live, and you could start consuming content just because you had a Geo Fiber connection. So that is again pure play innovation. We're not restricted to just watch the content on TV, but even if you're mobile, you always can just use those services even on your phone. We provide access to a lot of edtech apps, especially in lockdown. We saw a lot of people were locked at homes, wanting digital solutions. So we enabled it. A lot of live classes, a lot of very interesting apps today are powered. A lot of government apps we have, which are powered on GeoStore, and people can learn at the comfort of their house on a large screen. A
Right.
lot of engaging apps across categories we have. We're trying to create a very engaging third-party seamless ecosystem where it's a one-stop platform. You come, you get access to a lot of it, and you launch. A lot of these are what the tech specification of a Geo set-top box looks like. We've got the Bluetooth controlled remote control. You don't even require a remote. You could just download Geo Home app, and you could start controlling your largest screen even with your phone app. We have up to 4K graphics. It's India's first device of its kind which actually offers 4K video content. It offers an HD RAM of up to 2 GB RAM. It's protected by a lot of content creators have this concern what happens to content, the content
Right.
protection. So we have a Widevine DRM inbuilt. So a lot of your content is all encrypted, all protected. It is powered by a GeoOS, which is actually an Android stock. On top of it, we have written a lot of our own services. Now, this is an application marketplace tomorrow where your application will actually go. So this is what the interface to an end user looks like. So what Google Play Store is to Google, Apple App Store is to Apple, Geo Store is to us.
Right.
This is the interface where people can go and log in and access a lot of apps. This is what our screens look like. A landing screen is this. We have a top chart section. We have a category section where basis categories you could see a lot of content.
Right.
This section gives a list of all of your installed apps on your device. So it gives you your recently searched apps. This is one such EdTech app. This is what the landing screen of an EdTech app or any branded app would look like. Now this was with regards to consumer. Now, what happens to content creators, developers who would actually want to launch an app? So this is what an interface of a developer portal looks like, where people can come and upload
Content.
collaterals, can upload their APK. This will actually serve as a medium to interact with a lot of our support and developers and engineers to ensure that we help you get started.
Right.
So far, we've launched, this is a little bit old, we've launched more than 200 plus apps. We're in touch with a lot of content creators, a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of budding entrepreneurs whom we are actually hand holding end to end to ensure that we launch their app at earliest and provide them all possible support required. This is what an application marketplace on a geophone looks like. So on the left hand side, you see there is an icon Geo Games. What happens when you click on it? A screen comes. You within that you can actually open an app, and when you open that particular game, the entire user journey is mentioned here. You could monetize your content in a lot of ways, right from ads to subscription to in-app purchases to free. Now, how do you monetize content? So we offer your own inbuilt in-house geo ad solution, where you could integrate the geo ads SDK in your apps, and you could actually monetize a lot of your content.
Right.
So you get access to multiple ad formats where you can decide what ad works for you. You have very unique targeting capabilities, cross-device advertising. You get a
Right.
lot of unique publisher and advertiser analytics, and audience engine, and a globally accurate validation tools also, where you could actually figure out which audiences, whatever you see on the screen, is it vetted by someone. So we have some very valid accreditation tools which will actually give you the robustness of what you're seeing. This is one such opportunity for creators also to advertise. So you would also want to advertise, not just build apps. So how do you advertise? So this is what a screen of a MyGeo looks like, where you could run your ads. People can come, people can click and know more about your products. We offer all possible ads serving mechanisms. This is what ad formats on a geophone looks like: a full screen ad display, just a full screen ad display as an image or as a video. Native display is what it looks like on the right hand side. We also run notification ads in various sort of ads serving mechanisms on our set-top box. We have L-shaped ads in case if there is some channel ongoing. We have full screen TV ads. We have a EPG banner ad when you change channels. So there is a bar which comes at the bottom. That is also a section where advertisers can leverage, content creators can leverage to ensure that their work, their produce reaches a larger audience. There is a CTA to overlay ads also. So there is an ad which comes on the larger screen, and if you would want to put a call to action so that they get redirected to something, so this is where we also offer a lot of pre-roll video ads and mid-roll video ads. These are similar to when you would be using YouTube. A lot of random videos just pop up somewhere. Those would definitely be contextual basis or search results. So that's where we have a lot of contextual ads which come in when you watch a lot of content. These are all configurable even in your personal apps. You could start monetizing your content in various ways. We've also done innovation where we run a lot of audio ad based, audio based ads. There are a lot of sponsored native tile ads also which we offer. Now this is what the targeting looks like on our platform. We offer device level targeting, location based targeting. We have OS level targeting. We also offer some very advanced level of reaching out, which is key value targeting, basis interest and behavior, intent, profiled audience, custom segments. Say any one of you, if you would have used Facebook to market to a larger audience, you get a lot of options here. So I guess such robust tools have been built here internally, which can actually help you zero down on your user. There are various analytic tools and publisher tools which we have for advertisers, which will give you access to an account, to a campaign, to placement, creative conversion, to a publisher. It like to an app creator. It will give You will get access to an account, placement, campaign, and custom reports. We have some globally accredited tools to track and measure all of what you see on your respective dashboards. Coming back to the big question, why you should launch is because you get a unique reach to a unique audience, and we all look forward to enable most of you out here present in today's call and see you working out your journey with geo platforms. Yeah.
Wow, I think that was very overwhelming of a presentation. Very detailed, and I think one of the reason, I think, before we take any questions, we also interact with few other audience in the audience. That's exactly where we understand that Geo is bringing, what we call as one ecosystem which artists can bank on. Right, a lot of creators have are also starting to figure out what opportunity, what their creative skills can offer or leverage with. This is one such platform, one such ecosystem that you can definitely bank on and get started, get going with every aspect, be it on the technology, marketing, and the market penetration and whatnot, right? There's a lot of monetization. It's always out there. Like Jatin kind of gave an overview. I'm sure there's a lot more that as you get into the details of this, you will get a lot of questions around it. I would strongly encourage was everyone who's present here and also all the folks watching this to explore the opportunity that Geo is offering, right? So that is definitely that every creator should explore and start working on the very opportunity. With that said, I will once again thank you, Jatin. It was really amazing to get all the insights right from the apps list of productivity tools and all the way how you have taken up a lot of opportunities for entrepreneurs on Geo and the very offerings that Geo is doing for the entrepreneurs and artists in specific. I think it's great. The way future definitely looks bright. A lot of promising initiatives that Geo has taken, and you been so leading from the front. So thank you so much on that. Now I'll also open up to audience to pitch in and see if you have any questions that Jatin can answer now. And if there is something we cannot answer today, we'll be happy to take feedback and all the questions later as well.
Yeah, sure. Happy to answer queries. Why not?
Wonderful. People wanting to ask questions, please turn on your video so that we also know who you are, and feel free to also drop your questions in the chat. Okay, while before somebody asks, I have one question, Jatin. So, how do you see, the way everyone is, in every app? There are so many apps today. Artists are into, right? The world of Instagram, Facebook, and whatnot. A lot of times it is tough to manage, right? All these apps, especially when it comes to creating to getting into monetization. Especially if you're a freelancer running your show by yourself, how do you see the effective utilization of technology? It's a very big question, especially because we're dealing with kids, we're dealing with elderlies who are extreme, in terms of how technical they have adapted, right? It's a question of how flexible they are when it comes to use of technology. What do you see, or how do you see that happening?
So I guess yes, so technologies actually can become very overwhelming also. So whatever tools I spoke a while back, actually, these tools had to be really discovered, because one big problem in today's world is so many options you have. I guess life was much easier earlier when you have limited options. This is what you want and you focus on that one thing. And then people had so much success. But now I guess a lot of people who just get confused in sea of knowledge.
Right.
And with so many good productivity tools present today in terms of marketing, branding, every app actually calls itself the best. So it really boils down to you, and to actually figure out what really serves your need, and if the software solution is actually robust. So I had to do massive, like along with my team, I had to actually drill down, personally try out, be it the finance app. I had to, like, do so much of search, be it an app like calendar app. Now this calendar app you just won't find anywhere. You would
Right.
find Calendly everywhere. Calendly comes at a cost. There are a lot of other apps which come at a cost.
Right.
But if we would actually want tools which a lot of freelancers can use, we need to have the flexibility of a free app initially, so that people could actually start exploring and then turn to a paid app. So I
Right.
guess huge sea of information, people just getting lost. So that's a very big challenge in today's, even well-to people from well-to-do backgrounds find it so difficult to zero down. That's where I guess subject matter experts or people in digital fields, I would recommend following a lot of interesting people on Twitter who have opinions. So like I have some opinions which I think make sense, which came after a lot of research of say maybe a couple of years. So likewise, there are so many other interesting people who have had more experience in sharing and learning. So I guess it's important to keep an eye on such tech influencers or tech thought leaders, so that you actually learn from their experience and actually buy time in terms of not spending time on it. But yes, one thing is where no matter how quickly the technology progresses, how complicated or simply it becomes, you always need to have an eye of actually figuring out solutions and trying it on your own and coming up with an opinion.
Absolutely.
because because there is so much a nuance there in every technology. Every technology has something or the other which reaches out to a very targeted segment of users, which
Right.
we may or may not be a part of it. So I believe it's very important to have that eye for detail in ensuring that you, because wrong software can actually cost you a lot of money and time. So that is also very equally important to be thought about, because softwares are very costly, and lot of these tools today are SaaS based software. So now the time has gone where most of the softwares are free, or they came at a one time cost. Now a lot of these software are SaaS based monthly. There is
Right.
a monthly cost to it, a $10, a $5. A Canva comes at as less than maybe $25 a team plan. So there, and people are paying for it. So I
Right.
guess slow, and which is good, because there needs to be a way. Ad should just not be a model for content creators to sustain. So it's good that people are now, they've actually started to pay for services,
Right.
which is very good, because a lot of creators can unlock a lot of value from themselves from so many varied parts of the country, from the varied parts of the world. So that is a good development. But yes, technology is vast pool of information, one can very easily get drowned, so you need to be very focused when you select a solution.
Perfect. I think you said it all. Very important pointers as well. I mean, if I have to summarize, also from the artist perspective, no longer all the we are gone with the era where only art will get everything. It's a bit of technology, it's the marketing, the market penetration, the segmentation around it, the kind of audience, paying customers. I think it's all ultimately about sustainable models that we co-create. I think with that said, I mean, I let's wait for a minute or so if we have more questions. But there is a compliment coming. Thanks for a wonderful session. A lot of learnings. Well, we look forward obviously to have more sessions from Jatin. Thank you so much on that. But any more questions? We'll be happy to take one more before we wrap up for today. Okay. Well, I just have one line, like I said just before. It's not only the art that is going to sell or get a sustainable model. It has to be a good handholding of technology marketing, and that being the very idea with the area of technology. I think you fairly covered way too comprehensive options, solutions, and brought in the idea how Geo has been handholding several entrepreneurs, several artists, creators. It's also a great opportunity to get started, and there's a lot of opportunities ahead. I think with that positive note, I would only say we also look forward to kind of collaborate and see how more we can extend and help several artists and creators in our ecosystem. So I also personally look forward to be working even more closer than before. So thank you so much, and thanks for the very opportunity once again, for being so kind to present and taking time to, I don't know, a lot of research into listing itself. So, but you got all the information that we were looking for. At least I would say that a lot of beginners, artists who are also starting to now explore, with thanks to the situation, COVID and whatnot, people are now trying to adapt more of such solutions. So I think we are right there. We are trying to kind of also co-create that awareness, why and how things to be leveraged to be successful in your creative ventures. Uh, well, thank you so much once again, Jatin. Thanks to all the audience who are present in today. And if there is any questions, any feedback, we'll be happy to take it all from you, and be more constructive and resourceful next time that we do sessions with Jatin, or in the future. Thank you. So closing remarks, Jatin, from you. Anything
Yeah,
that you
sure.
would like?
Thank you, Abhijit. Thanks for the wonderful invitation. I really enjoyed this opportunity of interacting with a very unique base audience, and I look forward to interact as you grow this community. I look forward to see how possibly we can help your larger community to bring them mainstream, to help them with tools with Geo offers, and ensure that they actually create scalable solutions. So you
Right.
always can always have a backing of Geo to your community of content creators, and we really look forward to ensure that your unique initiative scales up via our platforms, and we really look forward to make this journey worthwhile. Thanks once again for this kind invitation.
Wonderful. Thank you so very much. Look forward to you.
Thanks.
Thanks. Thanks, everyone.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.